Hello, everyone. This is BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today I'm here with my friend and co host, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Tara Lena from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. It's coffee day. It's time for coffee, tea, thoughts, and conversations. And we are so glad to have you in the room because this is where we get to talk about all the wonderful things concerning you, your business, and all of the things that are on your mind. Not quite all the things, but concerning our topics today. So we're going to get this conversation started. Monday we always like to come up with something to sort of stimulate you and get you started for the week. So I'm going to call on Francine to get us started. How you doing this morning, Fran?
Good morning. Doing well. Thank you, everybody. Dr. Tachi's in the house in two places.
Hey, Chuck.
And the conversation today is a question that I was listening to something over the weekend. What's one good thing that happened to you today or yesterday? Just one.
Mm,
You know, a lot of times we hear about being grateful, and sometimes we try to do a list of 10 things that we're grateful for, and a lot of times we need to just focus in on one thing, especially if there's a tendency to focus on the negative or to not see the forest because of the trees. I just got that revelation not too long ago. Oh, forest trees. I get it. Okay. You can't see the big picture because you're staring at one tree. So, what one thing happened good for you today? And with that, there's going to be an exercise. And the exercise is to write down that one thing every day, just one thing that good that happened to you in the morning or in the nighttime. You're just going to write down one thing, one good thing.
what thing?
And
At the end of the year, you'll have 365 things at least.
so what is one thing? And it could be something as my cat purred today, or the cat jumped up on me and showed me love. You could have. How about we woke up this morning? There's so many different things that could be good things. What's one good thing for you? So we're gonna, if you're here in Clubhouse and you want to weigh in,
Mhm.
let me know. And if you are in the chat on the live stream, put in the chat the one good thing that happened to you today or yesterday.
Mhm. Mhm.
So one good thing that happened for me yesterday, I was able to. I went to a new coffee, well, not a new coffee shop, a coffee shop in the neighborhood by the office, Terry.
Yes.
And I tried a Mediterranean flatbread that was uh, filled with curry.
Oh, okay.
Never had that before,
Mm-hmm.
but it was very good. And I had a decaf coffee, and it was really good. I just sat down, got some work done, and that was a good thing for me. Just to sit, be still, and got some work done.
Yes, we have a Facebook user. I don't know their name, but they say mine is thank you, Lord, for waking me and my family this morning. I am in agreement with you. Yeah, that's
That's a good thing.
a good thing. That's a good thing.
So, what's your one good thing? Just one. I can, as you think of one, you may be able to think of
There's
others.
several, yes. But I'm thinking when you were saying it could be something from yesterday. I spent the day, the afternoon, just time with a friend. Just sat there and we just talked, and you know, um, we just enjoyed one another's company because that's something that we have avoided, well, I've avoided over the past couple of years because of all the wonderful things that are going on. Um, I haven't been as social as I'd like to be. And
Mm-hmm.
so it was really nice um, to be able to spend that time. And for me, that was the one good thing that I would have written down. There were multiple things, but I find that significant.
Right. And the exercise is key because sometimes uh, when we don't celebrate or when we don't write something down, we tend to forget it. It goes
Yes.
away, and we may begin to think that, oh, nothing ever good happens. Well, yeah, it actually does, but we have to stop and recognize the good that happened in the day. Hey, Spencer, what good thing happened yesterday or today? Just one, and you can put it in the chat, or you can and if you don't want to share it, that's fine, but find a place to write it down so that you remember it. I like my little handy dandy composition books that you can get at the Dollar Tree. Make one of them a book of victories. Write down one good thing a day. And it has several pages. See, here's Book of Victories. So you can write it down, and there's several pages in here. So I can write quite a few if I'm just doing one. There's a space to write quite a few ones every day. And if you want to write more, that's fine. But
I was going to say.
what's one good thing that happened to you today? Hey, Ann. Dr. Tachi, you can do it in the chat or on verbally if you'd like. On speaker. One good thing we're talking about, what's one good thing that happened to you today, and the importance of recognizing the one good thing, uh, just so we don't tend to focus in on the negative all the time.
Mm-hmm. I like this. I like this idea, and it's not necessarily new. It's just I think it relieves a lot of the pressure that we put on ourselves. We're always adding stuff for us to do every day. Well, if you are already writing great in a gratefulness journal, maybe you need to just focus on that one thing because we tend to look for, multiple things. Some people say write down 3. Some people say write down 10. Some people, and it begins to feel like work as opposed to just opening it up and writing the one thing that, good thing that happened for you.
Right. Dr. Tachi.
Yeah. So yesterday I discovered, when you forget that you have some things like in the freezer like to make, I discovered that I had lobster ravioli and I was elated. I was like, yes. So that's what I have. I was thankful that I had.
And it was a good thing. It's like, man, come on now. Mm-hmm. You don't just get lobster ravioli anywhere.
Okay.
Exactly. And if I did get it anywhere, like if I wanted to go and get it from a restaurant, I would pay a pretty penny for it. So I was able to, make the sauce, saute some spinach in it, and then, make the ravioli accordingly. And it was fantastic.
Yes. Hey, Alexis. So we're talking about one good thing that happened to you yesterday or today. And we have someone commenting on Facebook, and they say it's good to have it in plain view so that throughout the day you can see the goodness of God in everything we do.
Wow, that's a good idea. To put it somewhere where we can just see, because even if we can't read the list from across the room, just the fact that the list is posted and is growing is a winner, right?
Right.
As far as having it in plain view, it'd be a beautiful thing to have it on the door of your office.
And Mark Ward said something one time, and he had a jar, and then he wrote out on a little slip of paper sometimes maybe we just need to write it out on a little slip of paper, drop it in a jar. As that jar begins to fill up, we can visualize all of the good that has happened to us
Mm-hmm.
in our lives. And we say jar because you can see through a jar, but then you can see on the little slip of papers or on a card or whatever, man, I've had a lot of good things that have happened to me. And or Alexis, you all are welcome to jump in on the conversation. We are talking about what's one good thing that happened and the importance of recognizing the good that is around us. Because so many times people don't remember the good. There is so much bad that is put before our eyes
Mm-hmm.
and thrown at us every day, or that is just in the world today, that sometimes it's hard to see the good that's out there, but we have to take time to see the good that is out there.
Mm-hmm.
Make the time, take the time to see the good. Uh, like, like we talked about, you can have several different good things, but at least find one. So that was one part of my weekend that I learned something. I try to learn something put on a YouTube video or a book, read a book, or do something every weekend. So it's not just
Time passing.
not time passing and veg out all the time, but just put something on. I also was talking. I experienced peace
Mm.
this weekend. You know how when people talk about when somebody passes, they say rest in peace. I think that needs to happen for us while we're alive. That
Mm.
we need to be in peace and not in the upheaval and things that are always happening, and we're just resting in just peaceful. We don't have to be in a constant state of okay, let's just calm down. And so when I went to that coffee shop, it was international music playing.
Mm.
Couldn't understand. I understand the English lyrics of the island people, but I couldn't understand any of the other. But it was very relaxing. Um, I had my Mediterranean flatbread. I had my coffee, and then the barista said, "Hey, you want to try this tea?" And it was, I guess it was a chai tea or some type of tea, and it was called Slow Dance, and it had oatmeal and something else, some other type of tea. It was really, really good.
Hmm.
You remember Classy Hippie Tea?
Yes.
They took over this cafe. So the Classy Hippie Tea, they're not in that location where they were. They're now in this coffee shop.
All right.
And they have international foods and what have you. And I was like, oh, this is kind of nice, very relaxing.
Okay. Sounds like a winner.
Right. But it was peaceful. So
Mm-hmm.
what am I doing for peace this week? You know what I mean? I don't have to get into the freeway of frenzy, and I can remain at peace.
What do you call it? A freeway of frenzy. Yeah. I just, I guess because I live a pretty calm life, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And but to practice peace, practice being at peace. Well, I think the thing is that I need to acknowledge peace. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Because some people,
Recognize it.
yeah, and celebrate it. Because when I'm in the world of social media, yeah, I get a lot of messages saying you're not doing enough. You're not jumping high enough. You're not going fast enough. You don't have, this and that symbols of legitimacy. Da 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 da. There's always these messages coming at you telling you you're not good enough, as opposed to, can we just celebrate what we got going on here?
Mm-hmm.
We
And
got
do it in
peace and
peace.
joy and happiness.
Go ahead, Dr. Tati.
Add that the whole peace thing is really important. And it brought, as you were talking, it brought two things to mind. That there is often profitability in peace. So the fact that you went to a coffee shop that is playing this fantastic world music, giving you noshables and beverages that calm tea and does that, that's profitable for them. So it can be profitable, but there's also kind of a joy in a way of providing peace for others, because I think about one thing that I like to do on Sundays, post on my social media, is a Sunday Serenity thing. So it's different, really nice, serene places and things from around the African continent. And if I happen not to do it on a Sunday, and then I come back, people are like, "Oh, well, thank you for bringing this back, because we missed it." So I realize that provides a sense of peace and serenity for people, just those types of postings, which leads me to the next point, that you have to be the peace in your social media. I know there is this urgency by social media managers and people who are strategists to tell you that this is what you need to post, this is how you need to post it. And yeah, to an extent, there is validity in that. But especially if it's your personal account, sometimes, damn it, you just don't want to. You want to post the things that bring you joy. And hopefully it brings other people joy as well. So you have to be the peace in your social media. I released the mic.
Thank you. That is so apropos. I get to use a big word today. It is so on point, because we don't sometimes take the time to work the piece. You know what I mean? Because we're all in letting everybody else spin our records and do stuff, and we're like, yeah, we need to calm it down. And like, they, however many times you're supposed to post or whatever, I'm like, I don't feel like posting. And it's just like not feeling like talking today. Maybe I don't have anything to say, so therefore I shall not post. Coach Karen has a couple of comments. She says, because people will hop into your piece if you're not paying attention. And she says she agrees with you, Dr. Tachi. Alexis, you wanted to weigh in?
Sometimes it takes her a minute to get back to the mic.
Yeah, sorry. So, yeah. But, well, the thing that happened to me good is you can see my PTR is my tattoo that I got this weekend at the tattoo festival. Ooh. So that, I'm loving it. And just being able to get up and, get stuff done. Sometimes you get distracted and it's a new day and you don't want to do it, but being able to get up and move and work and stuff is always a good thing.
Yes, it is. Doing it anyway, because there are some people who did not get up, and move.
Yeah. So, and that thing about peace, oh my goodness, that's the one thing I miss. I have to find a good one. I know they're here. I haven't gotten to it. I love tea time. I love having hot tea places that is so peaceful. To just sit. You can sit with somebody, but even if you sit by yourself and just take into the ritual of the tea and the design, and the food, and just that space to relax and feel sophisticated for a change, and not be around kids all day.
So, with the tea time situation, I know the English had tea. They are good for, oh, it's tea time, we need to stop. And is that like I think we just need to stop and celebrate, because I think in the United States we just kind of move and push, and we're just on a grind, and we keep going and going and going, and we don't do tea time. And I believe in Italy, they stand around and they have their espressos. They stop.
Morocco, they'll do, their brand of tea, the different types of tea, and it's a whole tea thing. And then you also think about Japan and the tea ceremony. So there's a lot of, and when you're doing that, you have to stop and rest and reflect on, moment. We don't do that as Americans, and I think a lot of that is rebellion against what some of these other things are, because we have to be so different. We have to be best. We have to be this. Well, if you look at these other countries who are excelling in other ways, a lot of them take the time to rest and reflect, whether it's on tea or something else.
Right.
That's interesting.
Right. But there's the ritual of peace, stopping to reflect, stopping to have peace. Where in our day do we do that? I'm just asking, have we made space, created space in our day where we're going to have peace, where you put it in your calendar to schedule peace in that our busy day? Are we going to just stop? I'm challenging everybody right now to put it in your calendar, a tea break, a peace break, or someplace in your calendar where you're going to take a break. Maybe you close your eyes, or maybe, because in this South American countries, they would take siestas. Oh, it could be Spain too. Could be European again. But anyway, they take a break. Then I'm going to talk a little 10-minute break.
Dr. Tachi says we need to do that. Peace is critical to functioning.
And you make different decisions when you're at peace than you do,
yes, you do.
When you're stressed out.
Yes, you do. When it's calm.
I've got some more comments over here. Anne said, the one good thing that happened for me is I got 9 hours of sleep. Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes. Have you ever overslept and then thought, oh my gosh, I need to be doing something? But how about your body needed to rest? You overslept and the world still went on, and then you were able to join in a little later. Hey,
the world didn't come crashing down.
No.
Everything is okay.
Yolanda is with us as well. So the reminder today, what's one good thing that happened for you? And where will you take some peace? Where will you put a peace break in your day? Or a place for a tea break, peace break, if it's coffee that you like, whatever it is that will, where you can just chill. I might make a new Sunday routine, and because they got some flatbread with spinach and then spicy potato and curry, and I was like, ooh, it was a very nice experience. And they weren't all cluttered up where they're all in line like at the normally the coffee. All at the competition, all of the lines are long, and you're standing in there, and people are tapping their foot trying to hurry up and get their libation of the day. And I'm like, yeah, okay about that. This was just real chill.
Well, Coach Karen has another comment. She says, yep, when I was little, from 2 to 3:30, all stores were closed. Markets are closed. It's put the produce. I'm not sure what's.
So markets were closed, and I believe that others could produce.
So and then she has a comment here. She says, but we also got up around 4 or 5 in each morning, and they went to bed early. So she thinks that made a difference.
Right. What makes a difference for you? I'm challenging all of us to put something in place where we get to get a little peace, take a little break. Your work is still going to be there, but you'll be better for it having the little peace break. I remember not too long ago, there was this big articles, and the thing to do was take a nap.
A power nap. That power nap.
Not necessarily the power nap, but they were talking about talking about getting rest and sleeping better. Okay. It was in Huffington Post or some. Dr. Tachi, is the Huffington Post still a thing?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. I haven't heard a lot from them lately, but it was taking, getting sleep and getting rest and doing better in your business because you were sleeping and getting rest. So, anywho, that is our conversation for today. What's one good thing that happened for you? Write it down every day. Just write it in a book, put it in a jar, whatever. And just the one good thing that happened for you today. And then make some room for peace.
Okay.
That's our coffee, our tea, our thoughts, our conversation on this Monday morning. We trust that you are going to go forth and experience greatness because you're going to take a little time for yourself. Coach Terrence says rest is the best productivity tool out there. I wish more people knew this.
That's beautiful. That's good to know, Coach.
Yes, rest is the best productivity tool out there. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Coach Karen, thank you, and Dr. Tachi and Ann and Dryer Buzz and everybody else who tuned in with us over on Clubhouse. We will be back tomorrow with Terry Johnson online from everywhere. Coach Karen will be back with us Wednesday. Thursday, we'll be doing coffee, tea, thoughts, and conversations. Friday, we'll be talking tech in English. And then if you'd like to become a part of the BizChicks community, we invite you to do so by texting BIZ to 33777. Or you can just go to bizchicks.live and click on the link there and get in on what we've got going on. Our whole thing is about promoting you, what you do, and we want people to know about you and how you serve and what you have to offer. So please join the community. There's no fee to do that. And we look forward to seeing you again real soon.
All right, guys. Remember, it's okay to be successful in your business. Go to the front of your own line. Have a great day.
Have a great day, everybody.